Finally, some real crime. No more escorting disorderly teens to their dorms. No, sir. We're in the big leagues now. What do you think that those big detectives at the precinct will say about this?
Maybe we should call them now?
No need. We'll be real police officers after this.
This case needs real police officers.
This could make or break our careers.
If we don't call the police, the supervisor will break our necks. There's blood everywhere.
Well, more evidence means that we have more chance in solving this case.
The blood is everywhere. The more evidence we have, the less leads we should follow.
What are you doing? I need this promotion. And we're on the fast-track advancement.
Forget it. I just want to get out of here.
Well, I guess I could use a coffee.
Today I woke up at 8 a.m. By 8:15 I'd showered and shaved. 8:30 heralded itself with the end of my breakfast. I headed out at 8:45, and at 9 o'clock I was in class. At 8 p.m. I found myself at the green bean washer. I headed out. It was time for supper. Rigor mortis had already set in. He'd been dead for over 2 hours. The rent-a-cops had already left. Dissension in the ranks. I judged that by the blood spatter, he was killed by a single gunshot to the head while still, resulting in an immediate demise. More than most of us could hope for. No chance of finding the casing. 8:30, I had a date at the hangar. She thought that he was only missing. There was one thing that I hated more than a vegan. It was a vegan that did yoga. She was paying me though, so I had to act interested.
Oh hey Anne, it's nice to see you again.
It's a pleasure to see you too, Artemis. It wasn't.
And you look finding my father?
I wasn't about to tell Artemis that her father was lying down in a pool of his own blood and slowly becoming a snowdrift, mainly because then she might not pay me. No, but I did find this.
Looks like it's for one of the commuter lockers.
That's what I was thinking, but it does seem unlikely. A professor using a commuter locker?
Where did you find it?
Shit. One of my informants obtained it.
Do I want to know?
Probably not.
Where are we going?
You paid me to find your father, not so you could come along for the ride.
It's late. I'm worried. I'm going with you, or else I'll find him myself.
Double shit.
Hello, sir. We've come to investigate a possible homicide. A witness to events said the place is already cordoned off.
That was just the film crew. They're into some weird shit. You guys have nothing to be worried about.
I think we should check it out. Just be safe, eh, Carl?
How about this? Let me treat you to some sunshine and warm you up a little bit. I'll just grab my coat, okay?
I suppose it can't hurt.
9:12. My schedule was off. As I always said, vegans are bad news.
Which one is it?
Probably that one.
Are these people copying textbooks? That's why my father's missing.
Textbook copying is plagiarism of the highest order. If he was involved, it could get him kicked out of the university.
My father wasn't involved. If there was one thing he cared about, it was avoiding copyright infringement.
You know, in my experience, it's usually the family members that are the most blind to these kinds of things.
My father didn't have a part in it.
Artemis, do you know what a slippery slope this is? One moment, a bit of gateway, unsighted paraphrasing. The next, whole copy and paste jobs of words, sentences, even whole damn paragraphs. You throw away your career, even your whole life, just because it's so easy. This is the next step. These people are the manufacturers.
My father wasn't involved.
Right then would have been a good moment to tell her. Maybe I could have gone to bed and forgotten about the whole thing. You know, if we keep searching for your father, you might not like what you find.
My father wasn't involved.
Well, I'll join you in hoping. Are you sure you'd like to stick around? It's nearly 9:30.
I want to find out what happened to my father.
Very well. I know a friend we can visit. He just sets up shop on the first floor.
What does he do?
He's in the paper business.
He writes for the paper.
You go near the garage, Tyson. How do you know it fell?
That's not the right answer to my question. The right answer is that there's actually a sound. The sound of a falling tree.
Niels Bohr believed the moon did not exist if no one looked at it.
What is that supposed to mean?
If you can't observe something, you can't know that it exists.
If a tree fell in the forest and no one was there to witness it, how do you know if it even exists?
I didn't know that they serve apples here.
We bring our own.
Eric Dermott was a peculiar sort. Every day at 7:21 a.m. sharp, Eric would get out of bed and prepare his day. His breakfast each morning consisted of 2 limes, sliced, a banana, peeled, then sliced, and a liberal helping of marshmallows. He then did 300 crunches and lifted a 2-liter jug of homogenized milk 50 times while smiling at himself in a mirror. I know this because I spent every morning looking into the campus dorms through polarized binoculars. Don't judge me. Eric towed the line between moral and immoral. He was a dealer. If you gave him a virgin, nubile ream of parchment, he'd give you a harlot, as obsidian as the inside of an inkwell, and he'd do it as flagrantly as a burlesque dancer. Writing papers for money. It was a wonder that he was still in school. I had to say, though, I knew him long enough to know he wasn't stupid.
Eric. Anthony, look, I would love to stay and chat and do whatever this is, but I have to write a novel in 3 days, and that's not easy.
You're quite the bright ray of sunshine this evening.
Evening, yeah, it's 10 o'clock. That's 2 hours until midnight. You know, I thought you would know this with that unfortunate habit of yours. But I guess you got other things to worry about, huh?
She's my client. Her father's missing.
Well, how nice for you. Why are you bugging me?
You work for the paper, right? There's some illicit printing presses on campus. Sounds like something you'd know about.
I write papers. The paper could not pay me enough.
This guy is the exact kind of thing my father railed against for years.
Vegans. That's very interesting, but irrelevant at this point, I'm afraid. Eric, we need your help finding this operation.
What makes you think that I know anything about it?
Don't play the fool. Remember who saved your ass back in the library purge of '09.
Kate, look. Just because something happened 5 years ago, it does not preclude me from refusing to help you. I have an essay due on the themes of Dostoevsky's The Idiot due tomorrow, and I have no idea what the book is about. Good evening.
Bastard.
I've read it.
What?
I've read it.
You've read this?
Yes. I read it in a lit class, I'll have you know. You help us, I'll tell you what it's about.
You know, with what they're paying me, I guess I could get a first-hand account.
So about that corpse, Craig, you reckon we should check it out?
I gotta ring the old salami first.
You know what? I would just join him in the bathroom and do a little bit of brotherly renal bonding.
Craig is gay. He might think you're coming onto him.
Whatever.
This is what the printing operation's doing.
We print books? No.
Yeah, I mean, the school gets a bigger cut of the profits, and the students get cheaper books. Everybody wins.
This is why my father's missing?
People don't like it when whistleblowers make their lives difficult.
At least we have a motive now.
Unfortunately, 3/4 of the university has a motive. We don't even know if that's the cause of his disappearance. For all we know, he could be on his way to Prague or Amsterdam by now.
Hey, don't worry. Everything. Oh. So, what is the idiot about?
Go away.
You owe me one. You know, if you're gonna fuck me, you could at least give me a kiss goodnight.
Don't worry. It'll be okay. I'll walk you back to your dorm.
Did he look okay while he was in there?
He was fine, just fine. He got a call from his dad or something like that and he had to leave, so...
He's not supposed to do that, was telling me. Let me call him.
No, you know what? He threw his phone down the toilet, so yeah.
I can't think of a reasonable reason why he would do that. Maybe we should go check on him.
Maybe we should.
I'll find out what happened to him. There hasn't been a murder around here that I couldn't solve. Shit! Why the hell is someone shooting at us?
Get inside.
Later.
What do you think we should do?
Don't look at me. You're the one who suggested we go into a dorm.
Let's split up then. You can't follow both of us.
Alright then. I was going to live.
Why did you do that? I could have handled it myself.
Really? With your yoga skills, I suppose. I hate vegans.
It was Tai Chi, actually.
On the other hand, no yoga, and no boyfriend either. Would you like to take the bus? Get some breakfast, maybe?
Actually, I am pretty hungry. Don't see why not.
She never did find out what happened to her father. Perhaps he went to Prague or Amsterdam and settled into a nice teaching position at a local college. Perhaps he started a small business, vending various small rodents to the parents of very persuasive children. Perhaps he even chose to live the life of a recluse on a farm in the middle of nowhere. We'll never know. She never paid me for my work, but I didn't mind. In the end, I found out that I loved her. Perhaps it was too soon to say. Vegans. I suppose they're not so bad after all. As for the time, I don't care much